You know, there's this saying that's been floating around for ages. If you never quit, you can't lose. It sounds simple, right? Almost a little cliché, but let me tell you, there's a profound truth wrapped up in those words that we often overlook. Life throws curveballs at us all the time. We face setbacks, failures, and moments when we just want to throw our hands up in the air and walk away. But what if I told you that every time you resist that urge to quit, you're actually building resilience? Let's take a moment to think about the concept of quitting. It's so easy to give up when things get tough. It's tempting to look at someone who's successful and think, wow, they've got it all figured out. But what we don't see is the mountain of challenges they climbed to get there. The late nights, the self-doubt, the countless times they faced rejection. Every successful person I've ever studied has a story filled with failures. And the common thread? They didn't quit. Think about it. Every time you encounter a setback, it's an opportunity to learn something new. It's a chance to reevaluate your approach, to gather your strength, and to push forward with a fresh perspective. But if you quit, you miss out on that growth. You miss out on the lessons that come from struggle. It's like training for a marathon. You don't just wake up one day and run 26.2 miles. You have to put in the work, endure the pain, and face the temptation to stop when your legs are screaming at you. But each step, each run, builds your stamina, your mental toughness. I remember a time in my life when I was ready to quit. I had just started a project that I was passionate about, something I thought would change my life. But then, one setback after another came crashing down on me. I felt like I was drowning in frustration. I wanted to walk away, to say, this isn't worth it. But something inside me whispered, not yet. Keep going. So, I did. I pushed through the uncertainty, the fear of failure, and slowly, things began to shift. I learned more about my craft, honed my skills, and eventually, that project became something I was proud of. And here's the kicker. Every time you choose to keep going, you're not just investing in that moment. You're investing in your future self. You're building a foundation of perseverance that will serve you in every aspect of your life. Whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal goals, that resilience becomes a part of who you are. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I'm just not cut out for this? Trust me, we all have those thoughts. It's normal to doubt yourself. But here's the thing. Quitting doesn't mean you're not cut out for it. It means you're giving up before you give yourself the chance to discover what you're truly capable of. So the next time you find yourself at a crossroads, feeling like giving up, remember that every setback is a setup for a comeback. Take a deep breath, refocus, and remind yourself why you started in the first place. Embrace the struggle, because that's where the magic happens. If you never quit, you can't lose. You might stumble, you might fall, but every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. And that's something worth celebrating. So, let's keep pushing, keep striving, and most importantly, keep going. Because in the end, the only true failure is the moment you decide to quit.